Hello, hello everyone, it's me, V, and yes, I know I'm a little bit late. Or maybe I'm not late, maybe you're just early. Uh, how's it going? I was taking Dante to the vet, so that's why we're a little bit behind today. Uh, so we'll see how his blood work comes back. I was already here, for the record. I just like to give it a minute before I start talking to make sure everything's working, but okay. Anyways, what's up, Christian? What's up, Keith? Yeah, I'm hoping he's fine. I'm not gonna make any promises. He was throwing up a lot, and so I figured it'd be better take him in. So, vet's doing some blood work, and we'll get the results back later. Other than that, you know, he's fairly normal. But he probably won't be joining us today because he's very cross with me. He was having a little nap in his carrier, in his kitty carrier, like right before we needed to leave, and I was like, great, I don't have to try and stuff him in the kitty carrier. And then I closed the kitty carrier, and the look of betrayal on his tiny little cat face was so palpable. He was so angry. But yeah, we had to take him in. But anyways, so he's acting fine. He's just annoyed, and so he's not up here with me. It was not a grand, thank you, and I don't own a Porsche. And it's a single family home that isn't even mine. I don't own this house. But okay. Anyways. Right, and we have to draw a mold at the end of this stream, because we wound up with a lot of resets and I wasn't doing it last week. After like a 6-hour stream. So. I'll be honest, I don't know what I'm doing this chapter. I know apparently Saias shows up and we gotta go talk to him or something. And then potentially steal all of his stuff. Hey Ultimate, what's up? And then Ced will pop up eventually and kill the boss for us. And these guys have sleep staves that I might want to steal. So, here was my thinking. Suddenly music trigger sitting on street till like 8 tonight. Oh my god, I do not want to do that again. That was a very long stream. Okay, I know like Altana's gonna show up over here, which, you know, love that for her. Love her in general. So, my thinking was... I could theoretically, right? Well, most people do that chapter the smart way by just skipping the entire thing, like the game tells you to. But no, I decided that I was gonna be a good person and I wasn't gonna do any warp skipping, and we see where that like landed me. So, you know, don't be like me. So I'm just looking at Watt again real quick. Wait, this isn't even the right chapter. Steal Cohen's Masterlance, Warp Dean, insta-capture him, Warp Leaf in the Seas, problem solved. Yeah. I'm not even looking at the right chapter right now, because I'm very smart. So Watt is not very helpful. Why not kill everything? I don't know if I have the weapon uses to kill everything at this point. Also, it annoys me that whenever I see a good capture opportunity, all of the enemies are fucking calves, so I can't capture them. Stupid fucking horses. Just pull them off the horse. Just yank him off the horse and throw him on the ground and steal his stuff. Okay? You didn't see medieval bandits being like, oh, well, you know, I was gonna rob that traveler, but he's on a horse, so I can't do anything. Hey, Cloverfield, what's up? You have the sleep edge for that? Do I have the sleep edge? I don't know that I do. Oh my god, and he has every type of axe. Okay, hold on, I gotta... Give me a second. I think Dante might be trying to get in the room. I gotta go see. I don't think that Dante has forgiven me for the vet visit, but he has joined us, so he is in the room. I might not show him on camera, though, because he's very damp. He's looking pretty damp. Settle in somewhere, honey. There you go. That's a good spot. Okay. Moist. I don't understand the hatred for the word moist. It does not bother me. Anyways, most of the words that bother me because somebody, like, overused them and annoyed me. Like, my brother used to love the word brouhaha. Hey, Juniper. Yes, they are X's. Thank you. Somebody's voting in the poll. See, that's what I figured. Because, like, why else can I not have both of them at the same time? I don't know. Anyways, so here was kind of my strategy here. I was gonna silence stave these two dudes. And then I was gonna steal their stuff. At least the sleep staves. And then I was probably just gonna hang out over here inside the Ced spawn box right here or thereabouts. Because then, from what I remember, Ced spawns and then just, like, fucking kills the boss. And then I was just gonna warp Leaf over here and Seize, because I think it's a Seize chapter, right? And then I was gonna be done with it. Because this seems annoying, and I am more willing for cheese after last chapter. And then we can get to drawing Amalda, because she won the poll. I have brought several flyers for this. You need Leaf to talk to Saias first? Right. Forgot about him. Do I not get him if he doesn't talk to Saias, or do I just get something cool? The easiest way to get Ced to spawn is to move Saias one title down and then rescue staff him. Sounds like a plan. Don't Altena and them show up when Ced shows up, right? Do I get anything for him talking to Saias, or is it just for, like, my own health? Or like lore or something. You get the sword. Okay, then I'll talk to him. I think I did bring a rescue stave. Yeah, I did. You get a sword that you would get at the end of the chapter instead. Oh. Wait, so you get it anyway? Well, that doesn't seem as useful then. You know what? I like cool swords. Might be worth it. I mean... do I want Ced over Saias? Does it matter? I mean, we're at the point where I've got a couple of good characters who are, like, decent boss killers. So, I don't know if I need, like, Ced as well. I'm gonna turn my phone on Do Not Disturb. Well, don't you automatically get Saias and then he just is kind of there and he only leaves if you get Ced because they're ex-boyfriends or something? Or like they had a one-night stand or... Why can you only get one of them? What is the deal there? Please explain. Unless the game explains it for me. Then I suppose you don't have to. 100% one-night stand, actually. I should just start this map, who cares? I've got rescue, I've got a couple silences. Sharoth is here with a warp stave. Because mutually exclusive units are basically an archetype at this point. I want to make a joke about Ced and Saias being mutually exclusive, like in a romantic sense, but it's not coming to me. So just pretend I made it and it was very funny. So people can argue about which is better to get. Is that literally the only reason? Do they at least have like a thin veneer of plot justification? Doesn't Ced just show up and kill the boss? Saias gives you better advice in the next chapter. Okay. He also gives me more authority stars, I'm guessing. Hi, Ced. Sir Ced, Raedric has found our last safe house. There's nowhere for us to shelter the children now. Last, would that I could escort them out of here myself, but that would have our rebellion without a leader. There just isn't anyone up to the task of getting the children to safety on their own. Is it okay if I just let all the kids die? I could carry out that duty if you'd allow it. Oh, wait, no, they do know each other. Okay, hold on, wait a minute. Rescue him or kill the boss before waiting in the zone. You want them safe, but do I get anything for it? Or is it like, just to make me feel better about being a good person? Let's see. Who goes there? Who in blazes are you? A simple traveler, nothing more. I heard about the fighting that had broken out here. Okay, no wonder Saias leaves if Ced gets recruited. He doesn't even remember him after their one-night stand. The kids only matter for Saias' recruitment. Oh. Wait, so the kids have to be alive for me to get Saias? If you wish to spirit the children away from this foul place, perhaps I could help, or are you unwilling to trust me? I sense your heart is enveloped in a gentle wind. That's pretty gay of you, Ced. You don't seem to mean us harm. Just who are you exactly? You wear the robes of the royal priesthood. We haven't the time for me to explain my life story, I'm afraid, but I give you— that's what he said last night. Okay, sorry, I'll stop making jokes about it. But I give you my word that I'll see the children to safety. You can either trust me or not. Choose now. Very well, I have little alternative but to believe you. Ah, one more thing. When you flee with the children, please, you must make sure the sword escapes the city as well. Sword? I'll gladly smuggle it out of Munster, of course, but do you realize what this weapon is? It's a Baraji's blade. I've heard it was being kept in Castle Munster under heavy guard. It was, but I saw to that. You see, Raedric is protected by an enchantment upon his own blade, the Loptrian Fang. Whoa, Christian. Wait a minute, what word did the chat censor last week? But it lets you do cock? I see, so what would you have me do with it? Blade can only be wielded by a swordsman of holy blood. A rebel leader, Prince Leaf, is marching his liberation army here as we speak. He can use it. I want you to deliver it to him. The bird. It's probably because of chickens. I have seen that word used to reference chickens, like, twice in my entire life. I have heard that word used for other purposes almost every day since I was, like, 12. So, you know. He's giving Saias a sword. So true, Christian. What would you have me do with the rebel leader? I understand. I'll see that it reaches his hands. You've my gratitude. Oh, Sir Priest, you must give me your name at least. Forgive my rudeness. I am Saias of House Veltolmer. Cockerel enough, I think? I don't even know what that means. Hold on. One of my favorite things in the world is, like, dumb fanfiction synonyms for that. The flame of justice. What, those peasants dare to flee Munster? This guy sucks. I'm afraid so, sire. It seems the Magi have been sheltering children. They're making a run for it right now. You know, you could stop the child hunts if you just killed all of your children and stopped having more. I know it's kind of a scorched earth solution, but I can't believe nobody in Thracia thought of it. Like, there wasn't even one desperate village that was like, fuck it, if we can't have them, you can't have them. That's unacceptable. Those cattle are only bargaining chips we have to get the Empire to overlook this mess. Théoden, cut them down in the streets, slay every last little brat. Let's show every damn peasant in Munster what the price of fleeing is. Leave it to me, my lord. You called Lord Raedric? Alfand. I want you to take command of the castle gates and guard them with your life. Here Leinster's stray mud is marching on Munster, and the Magi have already breached the castle once. They must not be allowed to seize control of the gates as well. Of course, sire. We'll take every measure to secure the city. Something, they broke people's spirits, I guess. You need to have kids to help run the farms, unfortunately. You're forced to hedge your bets. Well, if you gotta put them in the church to hide them anyways. We've reached Munster at last. It appears the fighting between the Magi and the Knights of Munster has broken out into the streets. Things have escalated since we were last here. The Knights seem weaker than before, but they're still a force to be reckoned with. Without the Magi's aid, I fear seizing Munster would be nigh impossible. Oh, what's this? Look, there's movement around the city. Whole groups of children are fleeing Munster. What? There's no time to lose. Let's move. Okay, so if these guys need to be alive to get Saias, then oh my god, he has so many staves. How lovely. This is a good track. I do appreciate. Can I put the ballisti to sleep or something? Can I tell this entire map to just go fuck itself? People often do that, yeah, but I don't want to waste any sleep save uses. What if I need them later? I fly skip it usually, yeah. Wait, so if the kids need to be alive, are they gonna go somewhere? Where are they gonna go? Are they gonna go down? What are they doing? I warped Nana into the castle area and killed everyone. Honestly, seems like your best bet. Just get like Pern with infinity vigor stars. Warp them in, steal all their weapons, leave. Do not explain anything. Oh, he has a flame sword. That'd be nice to have. I don't think I brought a thief, though. He's resting. He's eepy after last time. I'm also a little bit eepy. I didn't get enough sleep last night. Because I'm an idiot who doesn't go to bed on time. And I have no one to blame but myself, but I will still complain about it. Do I have anybody who can pick up this Penta-Axe General, or... Okay, wait, okay, so based on the positioning of these ballisti, I kind of assumed that you had to go up and around. But it looks like this map has you going down and around. Which begs the question... Why would this be a threat? Like, I'm guessing I can just pick the kids up with the flyers. I don't know where they're going, though. Where are they going? Are they going to, like, houses? Hold on, let me... I mean, I guess there's reinforcements. Which annoying, but sure. I don't think I've seen past turn 7 on this map, so I don't know where your escape point is. Yeah. And the reinforcements start... Turn 3, I guess. I hate it when we have really short maps, because then the stream... There's like a good, like, range for streams, right? Where I'm like, I want the map to take, like, an hour to an hour and a half at, like, a minimum. Like, maybe 3 hours maximum. I'm pretty sure you could probably do this map in, like, 4 turns. Which means that the stream would not be very long. So then I would have to, like, go into the next one, and then see if I can... But then the next one's probably gonna be way too long, because I looked at it on WOD already, and I was like, that's gonna be a nightmare. I don't want to deal with that. Last time I streamed this map, it was 30 minutes. Yeah, like, that's kind of what I'm expecting. So I guess we'll just... Is there anything worth it in these houses? Vulnerary, physic, holy water. The other houses only give you information. Great. I'm not too pressed about any of those. I guess the physic would be nice, but like... I don't know if I'm willing to go all the way over here for it. Alright, I'm stalling because I don't know how much effort I really want to expend on this, I'll be honest. Because, like, I could probably go capture this guy. I definitely want to get these guys sleep staves. He has a silent stave. Honestly, that might be nice, but I think doesn't Ced just show up and kill him or something, so who cares? I guess we'll just start eating everybody across the map and see what happens. Oh. Wait, when did I bring Dean? I guess I just brought every flyer I have. I feel like the escape point has to be down here somewhere. I don't see where else they would go. Give me a sec. Oh. Child. Why do you not tell me where they go? Apparently nobody has ever bothered to play this map until the kids escape. I'm just debating if it's better to pick them up and put them down, but I don't know where I would be putting them down. You know? Because I don't want to put them down over here and then find out they need to run all the way this way. Yeah, like, I'm so curious because apparently nobody knows. So, like, what do I do with them? Indoctrinate them into the army? Yep. Hello, Zav. Dave. They go north? They go all the way up there? Like here? Like all the way up here? Ugh. I could drop one. Well, they try to. They don't need to escape. No, but I want them to. I just want to see what happens. Alright, I'll try dropping a child over here. Go there, child. It's not my fault. No, do not drop children. At least not on purpose. Bad. Naughty chat. What do you come with, a light tome? Is it a brick? Oh no! Oh my god, the light tome is actually light in this game? Let's go! And you have Nihil, which, from my understanding, is not that good, so... 20 crit, yo! Nihil's incredible in this game, is it? Everybody told me it wasn't that good. I'm very glad I dropped Dean outside of this guy's range. People are stupid? Well, ain't that the truth? Nihil is situational, okay. Let's just see where this child goes. Well, you need enemies to have skills for Nihil to be useful, and not a lot of them do. That's what I remember. We're just gonna see if I can do this without using my rescue stave. Like, it's not that it's bad, it's that not many bosses have skills, but the ones that do turn into a cakewalk, so it's situational, but the situations are so vital, it's like at least A tier. Okay. That makes sense to me. You want out, Dante? Or you find a new comfy spot? I'm keeping an eye on him. He's a little sluggish, because he's upset. Okay, and then this guys are gonna come after me. This seems to be like choke points 101 though, so... I didn't bring Kane though, sadly. Tragically. What are you doing, sir? Oh, you have a silence stave, that's great. That breed. I guess it's not a huge loss. The kid should escape to the right of the cliff above the two houses, coordinates 8-1. It's like here. Did he not move, really? Children, please. You have 17 magic? You see, a bush is too much for a child to walk through. Alright. It's fine, we're gonna have somebody pick him up anyways. Though apparently bad guys... they'll be fine. I'm sure we can hack this without too much effort. And if we can't, well, I guess it'll be good content. Come here, small child. Good clip farming, yeah. Wait, now hold on. I'm thinking I could probably have Karin take this child and then just drop him on the other side. And then... honestly, I could probably just drop Blade and Xavier on, like, the 2 spots that might threaten them while they're escaping. Well, one of them's in the way of the ballista, so maybe not that one, but... it's like this bush here. Just, like, stick them on that bush there, I guess. And then... I can't status stave this asshole because he's standing on a gate, right? Are the kids dumb enough to walk in the way of the ballista? They kind of seem like they would be. What is it about Fire Emblem games and making green units just, like, suicidal? It's funny, is it? Am I having fun? Alright, well, while we're getting through this, let's speculate. How do you think Ced and Saias met at the club? Or was it a club? Was it a bar? It had to have been dark, because they don't recognize each other. Or at least, Ced doesn't recognize Saias. How much magic do you guys have? You can all get silenced. That's so unfortunate. A ROM hack I played made that a map gimmick with a green unit who was a fail condition and it had like no bulk but also had super aggressive AI, so you had to play around that. It's like every terrible escort mission ever. Speaking of, what you got going on, Saias? I didn't check. I think they probably met on the road. That'd be cute. Defo Dark. That maybe they were like, maybe they're like traveling, right? And they like met up with some, I don't know, like traveling troupe of performers, something like that. And stopped for the night by a nice little campfire. Probably some alcohol involved, let's be honest. Got a little cuddly with the bards playing. This is what I come to the streams for, thank you. Said I feel like drinks a lot, probably. I mean, in ye olden days, drinking pretty standard, pretty normal behavior, so wouldn't shock me at all. Hmm. I can't believe Amalda got silenced. That annoys me so much. She's one magic off. You're really trying to make this work. The youngest of my cats never reached under the door as much as your headcanon ass. Okay, like, not to criticize you, Christian, but I really feel like your metaphors could use some work. But also, the game didn't give most of these characters that much to work with. Yeah, I didn't think about it with the flame sword. I know I should have. We getting that Saias champion? I don't know. I figure I'm gonna see if the kids survive, and then if they don't, then I'll just get sad. They're definitely gonna status Sharoff or Lanoa next, I know it. Redheads get bread, which is why Ced is the worst pick. I just want the authority stars, I'll be honest. I'm kind of passive-aggressively accumulating as many as I can now. Mm-hmm. What's the situation in Munster, Coulter? Nothing unusual yet, but if our intelligence is accurate, there should be a massive troop movements very shortly. And in all that chaos, we'll have the perfect chance to strike. But such a plan risks dragging the civilians into our fighting. Even if we don't conquer Munster, as long as it's liberated from the Empire, we'll have dealt a tremendous blow to our mutual enemy. They give you hit and avoid. Why risk innocent lives when we could simply join forces with the rebels and still do just as much damage to the Empire? Ah, but this is a command directly from His Majesty. Then let me speak to Father, I can convince him. Bah, Lady Altena is too naive. We'll never have another opportunity like this to seize Munster for ourselves. His Majesty is always lenient with the princess, but even he won't indulge her this time. Our best chance is to strike Munster now, just as His Majesty ordered. $179 turns exactly because I hate myself? Yo. Alright, let's see if he tries to silence Dave. Who I think he will. Yeah, he is. Annoying. Here he goes! Wow, they're slow. They only have 2 move. Ah! Oh no. I did look ahead at next chapter. I do know that we need a child to open a door for Sarah so she can get her thing. Alright. Oh, now I can use staves. What am I doing? Okay, I'm less concerned then. I know it's a boy because sexism. Wait, before I do anything... But can she use restore? I assume so. See? Yeah, she can use Restore. She's good. Let's see here. I think we're at the point... Where's Karin? That's Misha. I mean, she's almost just as good, but... I will be honest, I am intentionally dragging this out just because I don't want the stream to be like half an hour long. And one of the ways in which I can drag this out is to write more Saias and Ced fanfiction. So... Ced gets his back blown out by Saias. Interesting. That is a question. Who do we think is like... Who do we think is like lovingly servicing the other? You see, he blows. Well, we consult the weapon triangle. Okay, so whoever loses the weapon triangle has to bottom. Is that the theory we're going with? Right, and doesn't light beat everything else, kinda? Saias gives bottom energies more than Ced. See, okay, I'm kind of two minds on this, because initially my thought was like, oh yeah, Ced definitely tops. But then I was thinking, like, Ced would look really good as a bottom, though. You know what I mean? Ced can use light and everything else. Saias only light, but Saias has more authority stars than Ced. Saias has sleeper top energy. Authority stars are also an important factor. How many authority stars does Ced come with? These are very important considerations. You are right, chat. I think she should be good to get out of the way here. Another thing to consider is that FE4 Ced is really good at killing Saias' father. Does that make him a top or a bottom, though? I could see that going either way. But then Saias has that, like, repressed priest kind of thing going on. You know what I mean? Where it's like, he just kind of seems born to be a bottom. Tomer Blood gives plus top. You cannot tell me that Arvis tops anyone. He tops Singer. Now that's just mean. Deirdre was pegging Arvis. Hell yeah. He planned to top him. Arvis did top Reptor. I think he's a power bottom, but that's just me. Deirdre would be into some experimental stuff. Oh, absolutely. She seems like a very open-minded, lovely lady. Living in a forest devoid of other men can sometimes do that to a woman. We're going to hell. It's fine. Deirdre Ethlin is the most real ship in Yggdrasil. I could see them getting along for sure. Lexazel? Absolutely. Okay, but like, if Voltomer blood gives top energy, is Azel topping Lex? Cause like, everything I've seen of them from the manga screams Lex top. Linoan is out here being utterly worthless. I guess Olwen can help escort the children. I don't anticipate that I'll need her. Lex screams top, but he's actually a bottom. Interesting theory. What's your supporting evidence? Ira. That's only if you get them married, though, right? He's too honest to be a top? That's an argument I've never heard before. Larcy would top Ichar and Isharba at the same time. Valid. Valid. I actually have no idea who's gonna get silenced next, but... Can Saias even be silenced? No, not by that guy. The Bravax event happens because he's honest. No, I've never heard the argument that tops can't be honest. Like, what about the Golden Retriever tops? You can just get hit by 3 silences and it'll be- you see, I know that, but... Wait, what? Unknown party. Wait, I thought I only got 3 authority stars. He gets 5, or does he lose 2 when we recruit him next chapter? I guess he's technically already under our control. Great. You wish to see me, Lord Alfond? Yes. I seem to have misplaced my grimoire. Oh, gods, again? Speak up, I can't hear you. It was nothing, so which book have you lost this time? My Tome of Venom, you know the one. It's the one that allows me to strike our foes from great distances. Should be easy to find, it's very distinctive. Bound in leather, dyed black as midnight on a moonless night, every page written with snake venom. It's magnificent. I'm looking, hold your horses. Oh, I hope it's easier to find than the last one. Is that a reference to the guy who lost his Fenrir tome in genealogy? Okay. Pant. What manner of heathen are you? Okay, but like, Ced sent this guy panting. That could be top evidence. Let me get my conspiracy board out. I'm Ced of the Magi. He's running a whole army. I mean, even if he has fewer authority stars, that has to mean something, right? But then also, people with high authority stars might just want to let loose and be bottoms. He's panting because he doesn't have his tome. I'm Ced of the Magi. We've taken control of the city, save for one wing of the castle. Surrender now and I'll spare your life. Maybe they switch? That is possible. But, like, for the one encounter they did have, who topped? That's what I want to know. Because I don't know if they're getting back together. They won't even stay in the same army as each other. That is a fraud, though. He had Saias lead the children out. What if they took turns? What, they had like multiple rounds within their one night stand? Player phase and enemy phase. I mean, I guess it's possible. But then who has better stamina? Oh, how droll, but I won't fall for such an obvious bluff. Get him, Ced. What if he missed? Bam. The one with more con has better stamina. Okay, hold on, I'll check that in a minute. Well, well, all of Munster is in disarray, just like our intelligence said it would be. Now's our chance. We couldn't ask for a better way to take the city ourselves. Hold, if we strike now, it's the civilians who will suffer most. Perhaps I could talk them into surrendering. These are the king's orders, damn it. It's useless to keep stalling, even if you're the princess. I'm in command here. And this is my battalion. Besides, the king already sent word to attack Munster even if you refused. He did? You can just stay here and watch if it means that much to you, but my battalion is moving in, with or without you. Coulter, wait! Coulter! No, I must convince Father to halt this attack. Doesn't saves drain stamina like crazy? Would that mean Saias has less stamina technically? I guess, okay, maybe it would be con and HP. Because, like, the higher HP you are, the slower you get fatigued. The more you can do without getting fatigued. Oh, that's in range of a ballista. I didn't realize that. And she's gonna die because she's gonna get hit with the poison and she's only at 1 HP. Great, that's a reset. Thoughts on the Penta-Axe General? He certainly has a lot of axes. I don't think she's fine. I think she's, like, not fine. Very unfine. Yeah, no, Marty's still warming the bench. Why was I very much under the impression that that would not hit her? Oh yeah, they do escape there. HP times con. Is there like a formula, like that one South Park episode? Yep, there she goes. My last save slot. Like that one, right? Yeah. It's okay, she's fine now. I didn't think she was in range. It's not that I didn't think she'd get hit, it's that I didn't think she was in range. Hold on, I gotta let Dante out of the room. The score of my oomphing. Go on. Gotta be in, gotta be out, but Dante's doing the cat thing of wanting the door open and then not wanting to go out, so. Anyway, I guess we gotta redo this. Yeah, I didn't realize that that guy could hit her. I don't know why I didn't realize that, but I didn't realize that, so... Shout out. I'm so used to not paying attention to these guys that I was not threatened by them, and maybe I should have been, but oh well. That's one way to make the stream longer. Well, we do still have to draw a Malda. So there's that. We can do that. Okay, now I'm gonna fucking recheck. She's safe here, right? Okay. I just need to take these guys' stupid staves. That's all I need. You can use staves, right? He can. Good. That was a dumb question. He comes with, like, every fucking stave in the game, and I'm like, can you use staves? Oh, we're having a day. There you go, small child. Okay, I'm gonna trade the restore over to Nana, and then wait. And then... what I really want to do... is I want to pick these guys up, and I want to take their stuff, and then I just want to warp Leaf to the end. And then we'll be good. And then I guess I'll move these guys just in case I need them. Okay, Fergus, show off. And then we'll check to see who has more con and who do con growths count though? Okay, hold on. What's our equation? Because like they don't just have fixed con in this game, they also have con growths. So do we account for con growths and HP growths on top of their base HP and con for who has more stamina? It's whoever I give the stamina drink to. Oh, fuck you for spawning right there and right there. And let me guess, they move on enemy phase, because why wouldn't they? HP times con growth divided by 100 times con. And of course they're going for a DR mode who's like definitely gonna die. Oh, okay, hold on. Wait a minute. Okay. See, he can dodge 30%. Misha apparently can't. Wait, so how do I capture the gate if Ced is standing on it? Is he just gonna keep hanging out, or is he gonna move, or... Dean is different because he's hot. He's a green, yeah, I noticed. You can rest, yeah. Does Dean top or bottom? I guess that depends on who he's with. Raw, I don't know, he kind of has bottom energy, but I don't know that much about him, you know? Oh, he didn't silence state me. That's nice. Oh, right, because he's dead. Mubby. Dean FE5 x Dean FE2 x Dean Berwick Saga. Yeah, I forgot. I forgot he died. Okay, hold on, okay. I can't see Ced's growths. Give me a second. We gotta do some Googling. Okay, so Ced over here. Wait, no, that's quotes. I don't want quotes. I want stats. I want the cold, hard numbers. Base stats. Okay, here we go. So he comes with... eight con. And 32 HP. While playing through Conquest yesterday and 2 days ago, I equipped Xander with a Killing Edge, which gave him a crit chance of 25 to 35. He didn't get one crit over the course of 4 maps. Aww. Poor baby. Okay, and then Saias. Hold on. And then his okay, Ced's HP stat is a 75% growth. And his con is 15%. And then Saias. This is very important. Okay, so he starts with 23 HP at a 50% growth and 5 con on a 10% growth. I hate to say it, chat, but based on these numbers alone, without even doing the calculations, I think Saias is bottoming. Or, sorry, wait, no, that's not what we were deciding. He's definitely... This is my personal Maybe not bottoming, but he's definitely popping off first, if you catch my drift. Okay. So I guess the most logical conclusion to answer this question, based on their base stats and their growths and their weapon triangle advantages and, you know, all of their weapon ranks and everything, is that we start off with Saias topping, okay? And then he pops off first, And then we finished with Ced topping. Does this make everybody happy? Which is fine. Yeah, but it's still a weapon triangle advantage, you know? Did you take into account weapon durability? No. Well, okay, Forseti has 50 uses, but he only gets one Forseti, whereas Saias can use, like, infinite light tomes. So, you know. And he only has one authority star, like... Yeah, okay, no, that's my final conclusion. Saias begins the night as the top, exhausts himself early, Ced has to finish it off. Ced has to tag in at the end. Now, we're not taking their magic stat into account. We're just taking in stamina and durability. How do I take your stuff? Oh, this is so annoying. If you were able to give Ced all 12 Crusader rolls, his growth total would be 776%. No way! Coming back in, Dante? There's no shot he actually has 776% gross. That would be too perfect. If that's true, I know who Kaga's favorite character was. Sass is the most likely to start with some good old slime. Do the math, but math is not my strong suit. Okay, you're holding the warp stave, so that's good. It is C's, right? Like, that's what I have to be doing. And prevent the Magi from being wiped out. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think it's easier to get Saias here, because I just need to move Ced off, and then I can finish it this turn. I would like to get multiple sleep staves. Okay, so... Oh, no. Is there something I didn't account for in this chapter? Am I gonna seize this gate and it's, like, gonna be a problem? Can't have the flyers capture the sorcerers, but... Yeah? You have to cancel them surrounding the seize point. And if you rescue Ced... Huh? You have leaf trade with the sorcerers. And then seize... Oh... I see, I see. Okay. That's pretty smart. Did I make a save state? Yeah. I think we should be able to do it, because Karin moves pretty far. And Misha just needs to go one tile. And then Ada can pick up Ced. Yeah, no, that makes sense. What if I just... Can I just steal Forsetti off of Ced? Like, I wouldn't be able to use it. Or sell it. I just kind of want to do it for the flex, you know? Alright, let's make sure Leaf has room in his inventory for all that stuff. He does. Dante, you gotta make a decision on if you want to be in the room or out of the room. Come on. Can't make up his mind. I love him so much. Okay. No, I'm seeing the logic. I'm seeing the logic. New Leaf over there. I'm so sad we don't get like an alien abduction cutscene anymore. Okay. So, trade with this guy. Take his sleep save. I don't really care about the dark tomes. Nobody uses them. Except, I guess, that other guy. The other redhead. What's his face? Oh wait, no, you can't even trade with Ced. Lame. I guess I'll steal one for the money. And then we seize. And yay! It didn't take me 6 hours. It certainly wasn't easy, but the gates of Castle Munster are ours, Prince Leaf. How shall we proceed from here? The Magi can keep order in the streets while we storm the castle. Raedric has fled inside to make his last stand. And he means to use the captive children as hostages. Then we have our work cut out for us. Ah, there's something you should be aware of, my prince. I have intelligence stating that Raedric's blade, the Laptrian Fang, is enchanted with dark magic that shields him from all harm. Do we get prep stream? Yeah, we're probably gonna do the prep. I have quite a lot of sleep staves, because I've been saving them. If we're able to defeat him, we must prepare some kind of countermeasure before we enter the castle. While we storm the castle, Raedric has fled inside to make his last stand, and he means to use the captive children as hostages. If I might interject, that matter has already been handled for you. Sir Ced bade me to deliver this blade to you. As Crusader blood runs in your veins, Prince Leaf, you should be able to wield it. I'm not sure I follow. What does this sword have to do with overcoming Raedric's dark magic? This is Braji's blade, and it's something of a counterbalance to the Laptrian Fang. It alone can breach the enchantment of protecting Raedric. Not a good enough reason to use the word breach. A sacred blade, the holy weapon of Braji himself. The gods themselves must have sent the sword as an act of providence. I'll see that it meets Raedric's neck before long. Thank you for everything, Father Saias. Please save your thanks for Sir Ced. I was just the errand boy. Of course, I'll remember his role in this as well. What will you do now, Father? Father? Oh. I forgot that you call priests father. I was like... Juan's not here, bud! He hasn't been here in a hot minute. I have nowhere to return to. There's only one thing I can do now. I shall go to the Tower of Braji and pray for guidance. What you up to now, Daddy? Can you tell me nothing more of your circumstances? How exactly did you end up here? I can't say, not now. You see, I don't suppose there's any chance you could stay with us a little longer. We could use your help liberating Munster. Prospect of striking down Raedric. Very well, if this is the will of the heavens, there's no sense in avoiding the coming battle. I shall join you for a time. If he's getting called daddy, that's definitely top energy. The Pope sure like to use daddy around youths. Oh god. You watch South Park, Christian? You seem like a South Park kind of guy. Having overcome countless obstacles, Leif finally stood before the gates of Castle Munster. Better known today as the Fiend's Lair, the castle towered above the city, intimidating the Liberation Army with its sheer size. Once Leif had fled these very walls as a mere fugitive, but now he returned as a conqueror. He stood ready to rescue a lost loved one, and in so doing usher in a new era. Saias is coming along for the authority stars and the stave utility. There is no other reason. It's not because I like him or anything. I can't believe they don't let you have both of them. I would love to see their romance bloom, you know? Like I can see maybe they don't recognize each other. Maybe like neither of them really remembers that night because they were so drunk, but then they both join Leif's army, right? And they're like, you know, they're like hanging out, getting to know each other, and then one night, in like kind of a mirror of what happened the first time they slept together, they're sitting by the fire, listening to the bards singing and dancing, and they're getting a little bit tipsy, you know? And they're like, you know what, like, he looks like kind of a good lay, let's go for it. But now they have the emotional weight, and they know each other. And so, they go back to their tent or room or wherever they're staying, and they start, you know, getting a little frisky with each other, and then they realize, like, bam, like, oh my god, this is so familiar, and they both realize that they've already done this, but now it's even better because they care about each other. I want that to happen. Why can't I have both of them in my army? They recognize their brands. This is going places. Thank you. Okay, so from what I remember, we gotta get like one of the dumb little kids over here. From over here. And there's a secret shop over here, but I don't think I have the secret shop card. Is you bring all 4 boys. Yeah, I know it's one of the boys. Because Wad told me that. Secret Slop sucks, by the way. Can't you get stat who's enhancing items? Though honestly, with scrolls, any characters you're using, you could probably have, like, capped at this point. It's ridiculous how much stats you get. So from my understanding, we're gonna have our army split in 3. There's gonna be like some over here, some down here, and then like some up here. That's very impressive considering how hard Marty warms that sweet, sweet bench. Oh, I want those restores. I've played this game double-digit times, and I've used the secret shop once to give perspective on how bad it is. Yeah. I don't like it when they put the secret shop somewhere that you can't access through just, like, walking. Not really my favorite. Is there some reason why we can't just use a thief to open this door? I mean, like, I know, you know, but, like, you know, for plot reasons? Is there, like, some kind of plot? Okay, so Pern's useless. Got it. Just like always. The door likes oh, God. Why are you gonna say it like that? Maybe after Saias and Ced fall in love, they can adopt a bunch of orphans. Go back to Solis. You know. I mean, Azel's kids will take over Veltomer. Like, Saias doesn't need to go do it. He can just go be a trophy wife for Ced and Solis. Yeah. That's what I envision Malta and Misha do. They can go together! Let's see. Male life, exactly. Actually, wait, hold on. Yeah, I did need to look at these guys' items and stuff. Why are there so many? Sleep. Fenrir. Hell. Berserk. Fortify. Ensorcel. Rescue. Restore. These guys have like a lot of stuff that would be nice to steal. They open a cute orphanage? Exactly. Sleep Edge. Berserk Edge. Great. Basic bitch tomes. Good. I'm just checking everybody's stuff. Door key. Do I have to keep all of the kids alive? Can I let, like, the girls die since they don't open the door? Or does it matter? Physic and restore. Physic and restore. You got anything, Raedric? Nope. Just your cheater McCheater edge. And Pavice, the cheater McCheater skill. Wow. Okay, so from what I'm seeing, I would love to steal, like... Probably not, no. I don't even know if I have a Nosferatu, even. I would very much like to steal everything that these guys are holding. You see, what probably happened is I probably saw it, and I was probably like, when am I ever gonna use that? And then I left. And I didn't get it. I feel like Berserk is the one I'm most scared of. Honestly. That's another question I have. Do you think that staves can be used in the bedroom? And if they can, does that give Saias an edge over Ced for the top conversation? They both have A-rank staves? Okay. Oh, no. Good share. What a ship. Rescue, restore, silence. Berk. Sleep, okay. Yeah, I'm debating. Because what I'm thinking I could do is I could bring Tina. Her thief staff is out of uses, but I could also bring Safi. And then she could restore it. Silence the sleep, silence, restore, and berserk sorcerers. That would make sense, yeah. I was thinking Tina could probably thief staff a couple of them off. Maybe the Fenrir sorcerer. Mm-hmm. There a butt in the pain? Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I don't know if this is getting done today. I'll be honest, but we are gonna do the map prep, I think. You can do something really silly in the endgame if you kept your thief staff intact, at least 2 uses. Well, I think I have like 2 more repair uses, so I could probably, if I could use the thief staff, steal all of these guys' stuff, and then repair it again to do something funny in endgame. My problem is that my Tina kind of sucks. Actually, I don't even know if she can thief staff these guys. Now that I think about it, hold on. Ensorce, that's true. We do still have Ensorcel. Okay, well. Let's just look at who we want. So we probably want a lot of footies, because this is an indoor map, right? We'll bring Xavier for the authority stars. Yeah, I was gonna bring Marita. Finn has an authority star. Marita. Should I bring Pern? I was gonna bring Lara too, yeah, for the dance. Let's see. We could bring Sarah. Mm-hmm. Who else am I missing that has authority stars? Glade? I assume Saias is gonna show up at the start of the chapter. Okay, Lithus. No, you see, I think it's really funny when I have a lot of authority stars, so I'm gonna bring them. I guess we'll bring Safi and Tina. Pern, you said Lithus. Homo? Whomst is Homo? Everybody keeps saying that. I didn't realize he could use animatomes. I didn't want to use him because I was like, oh, he uses dark tomes. I'm not gonna get a lot of dark tomes. I'll just bench him. And then I realized last stream he can use animatomes. So maybe on the next time I play this game, if I ever play this game again. Where's Homer? Homer, buddy. Yes. I also want to bring Ronan because of his magic stat. He's insane. Let's see. Anybody else? I have like 5 more slots, so. Well, that didn't happen, so. Okay. So I have like every healer I've ever owned. And Marita. I kinda wanna bring Kane, but like, I don't know how good he's gonna be here because he's not very magically bulky and this seems like a very magic heavy chapter. Nanner. Okay. Nanner's here. I can bring Lenoa in too, just for the lulz. What's Kane's move? That's a good question. Where you at, buddy? 9? But he's on his horse, yeah. I could bring Lenoan. She's got 7. Sarah has 8. Because she got a movement level up last time. I wouldn't field Sarah next chapter. Don't we need her this chapter? Not next. Is it because we need her next chapter? Because I have plenty of stamina drinks if that's a problem. Yeah. I've got so many stamina drinks. I've got like... I'd have to check, hold on. Nine? I have 5. I'll be honest, I wasn't trying that hard to get a bunch. Five is enough for the next 2 chapters? Mm-hmm. It's like... I'm dying of suspense. Only for specific units. Staff users, yeah. Okay, I could field Lenoan instead of Sarah if it's gonna be a problem. You can use B. I mean, it would be nice to not have to use them because I am a hoarder. Bring Shroff. If I want to as well with a silence. Mm-hmm. There's just something so, like, psychologically good about video game hoarding. Das also has a silent staff. He does. He'll be showing up here soon. I just kind of want to use Shroff for anything, because he's been, like, benched for most of the playthrough. And he's kind of a cutie. I don't really know who else to bring. I have 4 slots left. I feel like I need some people who are gonna, like, be able to do some damage. I guess I didn't bring Lithus. I don't really have a lot of heavy hitters in this lineup. Amalda. I could bring Amalda. She's a cutie. Mm-hmm. I could probably also bring Asbel. What if I brought Shiva? Would that be a good idea? No. Could I do it? Probably. Like Fred or some shit. I know I don't need him, but what if I brought him? Nah, Ralph is gonna get slaughtered. He's just having a good old time. He's got a hand axe, he can hit from 2 range. That makes him valuable, right? Bring him, I could bring Dagdar. Dagdar has 7 move. Dagdar. Worst case scenario, he can soak a sleep stave for me. Okay, now we have items to distribute. What if you just don't bring the Braji's blade? Is this possible? Are you just like kind of screwed? Okay, let's see, Tina. What do you got going on? Item management. The best part of every 50 game. Okay, let's see. Xavier, Glade, and Finn are really just here for the authority stars, so I'm not too concerned about their inventories. Safi, what's your magic? Okay, so you're good. You're good to go, girly pop. Hold on. First things first, I want to rearrange everybody. I have a feeling we're probably gonna want Nana with Leaf for the charm. Right. Wherever she went. And then I'm guessing we want Pern down here on this side to steal everybody's stuff. Alright, let's see. Ronan can probably solo this entire side. I assume we probably want Lara over here. Xavier probably doesn't matter. You could kill him without the Braji sword, but it'll take much longer. That makes sense. You'd have Marito with an armor slayer. That sounds so unfun. Raji sword negates the Lapto sword's attack having effect. There's 20 magic. God, what a fucking loser. A cute thing about the Raji sword is that it only seems to work with minor holy blood hackers. Really? Pierces Fang's curse, effective against armor, and gives miracle. Oh, that's nice. And my Leaf has 17 strength, which actually is a lot higher than I was expecting. I haven't used her in like a hot minute. Him. I haven't used him in like a hot minute. Okay, probably want Safi and Tina on the same side. Mm-hmm. It'll be fine. Alright. What do we think, chat? Do we got everybody where they need to be, or do I need to move somebody? Actually, he doesn't double, but it's whatever. Oh, no. Poor baby boy. Yeah, he could probably, like, murder a couple cell swords or something. Commit a couple war crimes. I want those restore saves, though. I don't like how they don't... Like, you're basically running 3 little armies here. I don't love that. Trying to figure out who's gonna be the most problematic. I assume keeping the kids alive is gonna be the hardest thing. So we probably want our good units over here. Or like if they gave me an option to like have them meet up other than a warp stave, which is valuable and I don't want to waste it. Yeah, she has 2 hammered pieces left. This map without being able to change unit order outside of undeploying a unit for a chapter, not fun. Yeah. Yeah, no, the fact that you also, by default, in the game's code, can't just move people around where they need to be. Kinda sucks. Kinda lame. Don't love that. Thank you, Little Manster Patch. It's how I play and it sucks sometimes, but I'm cringe and insist on playing it like this. You know what? Playing however you want to play is not cringe. I just realized that I don't have anybody to unlock this door here. I guess Tina has an unlock staff that I could use, probably. Though, if I open this door, there's a chest here. Can I use the unlock staff on the chest to get the Kia staff, or do I have to walk somebody's ass over there to open it manually? Not the bridge again. It's okay, we're not on the bridge again. We're just doing unit prep and then we're gonna go draw on Malda, because I already did the last chapter. I forgot. I usually have someone open it up. Alright. FE5's endgame is among the best in the series. Well, I guess I'll see you in like 3 weeks. How many more chapters are there? Oh, okay, so it's this one, and then the 24X, and then endgame. Okay. So that's only like 3 more streams. Let's go. And then I can play Shadow Dragon. I might put something in between this and Shadow Dragon just so I don't go straight from Fire Emblem to Fire Emblem. Sometimes I need to take like a week or two to like keep the Fire Emblem fresh, you know? But I also don't know what I would play. Shadow Dragon DS, because I don't feel like fucking around with the old one. DMC. I could play DMC. Do you mean DMC or do you mean DNC? Because there's a difference. DMC 1 sucks. Well, we're not playing DMC 1. Also, I'm currently wearing a DMC 1 shirt, so fun fact. One stream? DMC 2 is beast. Nah, man. Hey, I didn't even bring it up. Somebody else brought it up. Try crosscode? Okay. What's that? I could fill a stream with Devil May Cry. I'm currently trying to get all of the achievements in DMC 3. And I'm about halfway through DMD mode. And after that, I'm gonna get the super costume, and I'm gonna do Bloody Palace with the super costume, and we'll just see how that goes. PC game, it's fun. Jesus Christ. Chrono Cross? I have never beaten Chrono Cross, actually. I've beaten Chrono Trigger. I never played a DMC game, but the whole Vine Sauce thing pops in my head whenever I hear I don't know what that is, honestly. Whenever I love something a lot, I tend to avoid watching other people talk about it, if I'm being real. The entire Xeno series, Xenogears, all of Xenosaga, all of Xenoblade. Yeah. Yeah. Like, at a certain point, people talking about the thing you like just kind of makes you hate it. Because, like, there's so much that, like, you know, maybe they point something out that you didn't notice, that you, like bothers you, and then you can't unsee it, you know? The entire Xeno series in one stream. I don't have, like, a full week to do a stream non-stop, but... Oh, let's swap Glade and Linoan, I guess. Kinda. I'm actually kind of mad that I didn't play DMC 5 right when it came out, because I fucking loved DMC before DMC 5 came out, and I still love DMC after DMC 5 came out. But I didn't play DMC 4, and then I just kind of lost track of it for like 10 years, so I kind of wish I had been into DMC at the height of the fandom. But also, I have a feeling that if I was into DMC at the height of the fandom, people would have just annoyed me, so maybe it's better this way. Gives a different perspective, which I can always appreciate. There's like a sweet spot for me. It's like, if I like something, I'm okay watching stuff about it, right? Like Pokemon, I don't mind watching other people talk about Pokemon, because I like Pokemon, but I'm not like obsessed with Pokemon. If there's something I have like a bona fide hyperfixation about, I cannot listen to anyone else talk about it. It will just drive me insane. The one thing I can't stand is seeing people being confidently wrong about— Yes! God. It's the worst. Okay, I don't know. Vinny is more of a fun bloke, which is why I watch him, but yeah, I can kind of understand what you mean, and I just skip on bozos like that. I don't know what Vine Sauce video you're talking about, so it could be funny. Is it the one with all of, like, the memes that, like, the fandom latched onto? Because I've definitely watched that one. The one that has, like, the Virgil's going to Florida jokes or whatever. Oh, I hate it when people do spoiler shit. It's so annoying. Anyways, I probably wouldn't play DMD mode on stream just because I can only do like 1 or 2 missions of that before I lose my mind, but I could probably get through DMD mode and then stream the Bloody Palace run. If it happens in the later 2/3, it's a spoiler IMO, yeah. No, I would be pissed about that. I hate it when people spoil things for me. I had a friend in high school who he would just like casually spoil everything. He'd be like, oh, you're reading that book? Did you know that da-da-da-da-da? And I'd be like, dude. Okay, Marita's probably fine with that kit. I just gotta get her a scroll. Linoan's probably fine with that kit. She's got a silence, a heal, and Sorcel, that's good. An awesome thing about replaying FU5 is you can see the ways to keep it faster, yeah. Fire Emblem's weird for me because I don't mind watching other people talk, like, I don't mind watching other people play it, but watching other people talk about it... Okay, watching people talk about the mechanics, fine, great. Watching people talk about, like, characters or plot, no. I think that's just a product of, like, so much, like, Three Houses discourse, where I'm like, I don't want to see anybody's commentary on the plot, or the story, or the themes, or the characters. Half of the time you're just blatantly wrong, and the other half of the time, it's just infuriating. So, like, let's just move on. Let's see, I do actually think that Ensorcel might be better on Sapphy right now. Just in case Tina needs the boost. And... probably fine. Finn's not really gonna be doing much, so that's probably fine. You're not really gonna be doing much, so that's probably fine. Honestly, I might trade that killer bow onto Ronin. Danny Doyle did an entire tier list video about who in Binding Blade was a top or bottom. Fascinating. That reminds me, I still gotta get back to my Submissive and Breedable series. Oh, let's see. I made an entire series. I didn't make a series. I made one video ranking how submissive and breedable Fire Emblem men are, but only the blondes specifically. I just thought it would be funny, and it was, so I did it. This chat is full of fake Beast Streams fans. It's just... Okay, boys and perfect. Calm down. That video got really good reception. Like, all of the comments were like, this is the kind of tier, like, this is the kind of content Fire Emblem fans need. It had, like, a really good like ratio. Let's see. Silence. Yep. Probably good. You're hanging on to that restore stave. I don't think Nana can use silence or sleep, so. You're probably good. You're probably good. That's probably good too. You're a greedy prude who removed dislike counter. Oh, YouTube. I thought you said I was. I was like, no. I didn't do that. I don't trust anyone's opinion of FE5 outside of like Kaiser, Mute, and a few others. Yeah, that's fair. Okay, who else needs a silence stave? Tina actually could have one. Though she'd probably miss. I didn't realize there was a chunk of the Fire Emblem fandom that likes discussing the submissive breedability of blonde Fire Emblem men. Yeah, there is. I don't want to think about this anymore, honestly. Ah, fuck, everybody needs scrolls. I don't even know. Who's null? I just want it so I don't have to worry about getting crit, honestly. That's really the only purpose for passing out scrolls at this point. My scroll distribution is so suboptimal. No, there's a scroll in here that gives me like a ton of skill growth. Hold on, is it this one? No, it's like Ced. Yeah, honestly, Tina should probably have Ced. %, gross is painful at FE5 because Leaf stays wimpy the whole time and the staff users can't level skill, which means miss. Yep, I'm familiar. I've had many a miss. Yeah, sure, let's give Safi that. Have any more scrolls floating around? As much as I like the scrolls, I kind of lose my mind over trying to remember which one is which. I kind of wish they just said on the tin. Be a lot easier for me. Alright, you know what, that's good enough. Give Leaf the Ced scroll, why? Because he needs speed growths? Alright. Poor Tina won't be able to use it, but that's fine. He has 9 AS with the Browsy sword, a little more helps. Got it. I'm not opposed. Alright. We're not gonna do the map today. Instead, I'm gonna go grab my drawing tablet and we're gonna add Amalda to the layout. So, give me 1 second. Alright. Can Marty be added in endgame? That depends. If I get to another multiple of 10 reset, then sure. Assuming everybody votes for him. Alright. Let's see here. Minimize that. Yeah, multiple of 5, my bad. Can't wait for half an hour of you getting in a circle around, jabbing and teasing your very good art skills. Yep. My art skills are not that good, but... like, they're not terrible. Like, I wouldn't say that, like, my art is, like, horrible. Like, it's not bad. It's just not, like, great. You know what I mean? Check how this is gonna look. Yeah, okay. That's good there. The reference picture. Where's my girly pop? The main thing with my art is that, like, why does it always look like Total Drama Island characters? I swear to God. Got, like, that kind of line weight and such. Okay, anyways. There we go. Here's our girl Amalda, and we are gonna draw her and add her to the layout, so... let's get started. Off to a great start already. Let's see. Okay. Make a little circle. Do I usually start with a circle? I feel like I haven't been. Even though that would probably make more sense. I do? Okay. Alright. This is probably fine. Maybe a little... Oh, fuck. Okay. I just realized that I can see this in the stream preview. So I actually don't have to face away from my microphone to draw. Though I still continue to. Yeah, that's good enough. Okay. Well, anyways. Okay. So we would probably have... She's got kind of like... Got an interesting part here. Like... Got a little bit of like a, very blunt cut going on, but it's also kind of angled. Bit of like an angled bob situation happening. Love that for her. Looks truly fantastic. I don't know how to draw it, but it looks good on her. Okay. Okay, like, maybe this is just me, but I have so many artist friends that, like, my drawing process drives me insane, because they will just, like, they'll just, like, show up, grab a piece of paper, and they'll be like, it's a rough sketch, like, don't judge me too hard, it's a rough sketch, and it's, like, better than anything I could draw, like, if you gave me 100 hours. Which, like, you know, good for them. Ego for... Well, I think because, like, when they actually, like, when they're not just on their rough sketch, it looks so good that, like, the rough sketch is genuinely kind of a difficult, like, it looks worse than what they would normally produce. But still. So for them, it's like, oh, this looks bad. They don't realize that it looks great compared to anything I do. Don't compare yourself to other artists, that's how you lost motivation. I don't necessarily compare how it looks to theirs. I'm more like talking about like how skilled they are. Like they're so skilled that they can just like fucking bang out a rough sketch and it's like great. Versus little me over here, struggling mightily every single time. Like... But that's not like, I'm not like, oh my god, I'm so bad compared to them. I'm like, damn, I do not practice compared to them. Because like, they're that fast at it because they practice so much. And that's just not something I've ever, like, put a lot of time into, you know? I feel like I usually just go in raw on, like, the facial structure. I don't really start with the circle. Kind of messing me up, actually. Oh well. Eyebrows. I promise. Not gonna look this terrible. Okay, maybe it will, but... I feel like so silly. She just kind of... She's giving hasn't slept in like 100 years at the moment. Maybe if we give her like a little smile. I'm kind of, you know, I'm just... Oh, of course. My reference image wound up on the same layer as this. There we go. I'm kind of just feeling starting it over. You unselect? Wait. Oh. Okay. It's fine. Take two. I feel like I've never started with the circle on stream. So why start now, you know? The point is that they don't look great. They're not supposed to look really good. Shh, Christian, I don't believe you. The thing. I am a cynic, yeah. It's part of my brand. Okay. Someone who can't draw being able to make art in general is impressive to me. I have many people I should thank for that, because honestly, half the time I'm just like, hey friendo who knows how to draw, could you just like give me a pointer here real quick? That's the nice thing, I love artists, because they're usually super helpful about it. Like, they're usually super happy to help. My issue is that I just don't have the patience to, like, figure out tutorials on my own, you know? Don't be mean, Christian. Alright, let's see. I feel like this is, like, not swoopy enough, you know what I mean? Needs more swoop to it. Yeah. I will say, I have seen a lot of great accessibility tools out there for people who want to get into art, but, like, maybe don't have, like, the dexterity in their fingers and that kind of thing. Like, artists who make stuff without use of their arms. Really an amazing craft. To be fair, people also debate the artistic merits of those splotches of ink on canvas, so... You know, not necessarily gonna... You should get into writing if you haven't already, Juniper. It's great. A lot of good, like, text-to-speech tools. Or speech-to-text, I guess. I do write some things. That's good. Thank you. I think she needs chin. Love to do art, my brain just doesn't work that way, unfortunately, plus I have issue with my motor skills. Ah. I'm just saying, you could add more Misha Amalda fic to the world if you put your mind to it. I believe in you. Never know how to do eyebrows. Okay, I don't hate this, actually. I never said that it had to be sexy Misha Amalda fic. However, Juniper, if you do write that, please send it to me. I do want to read it. Just a, you know. I like fan fiction. It's a grand old time. Try this. I didn't say it had to be sexy. I just said that it had to be fan fiction. However, if you did want to write sexy Misha Amalda fanfiction, I would read it. That's fair. How does she get her hair so neat? This might be easier if I were like, if I had the tablet like on a table instead of my lap. Yeah. Trust me, I know. I have an AO3 account. We do love it when the girlies kiss. And they should be next to each other on the layout. On. This line is gonna kill me. No. I need more stabilizer. All the stabilizer. There we go. Most of the stream is just gonna be me trying to draw a straight line, honestly. I turned the stabilizer off too early. Indeed. In Pride Month? You want me to do anything straight in Pride Month? There we go. Well, the problem is that it doesn't need to be a straight line, but it needs to be a kind of straight line. Every month is Pride Month. Pride Year. Pride Decade. If you will. Let's see. She's actually got kind of like a pretty distinct line on. Put like that instead, maybe. Oh, this is gonna drive me insane. But the tangerine with a wig is vying to make 14 the adult age in the United States, stating that they should be tried in court as adults. Well, I guess I just found out what's in the Epstein files. So it was 14, huh? For the purposes of not getting sued, I must state that this is not a fact that I know. Oh, what a bummer world we live in. Let's talk more about Fire Emblem gays. It's like 14's just a very specific age considering everything that's, you know, happening. FE5 top or bottom list. I should make that. I think you should. I think that would be great fun. Okay. Just kind of look like Machia. Lucia with short hair is in Smash, is she? That I did not know. Would you add Matcha to the Misha Amalda polycule? Or are you more of like a mono shipper? Can go either way, that's fair. I tend to be more of a mono shipper, personally. Like, yes, they do have two hands, however, I really like it when they're holding this one's hand. Like, Quan Sigurd Eldian is kind of poly, not gonna lie, that's fair. She already has a canon relationship with Brighton. That doesn't mean that she can't get with the girlies sometimes. Have a good time, you know. I'm sure Brighton can be open-minded. Not that I remember anything about Brighton, because he hasn't really been relevant to me since he showed up, like, 20 chapters ago. It's not cheating if your partner's okay with it. But Misha and Malda, Misha holds both her hands. Yeah, that's always my response whenever, like, there's, like, a ship war and I'm like, hey, I prefer this one. And someone's like, guys, this character has 2 hands. I'm like, yes, they do. And I want them both to be holding this other character's hands, damn it. The coping is insane. What? If your partner knows that you're sleeping with someone else and is okay with you sleeping with someone else, then it's not cheating. Cheating inherently means that you're going, like, behind your partner's back to do it. Like... Brighton sees... Well, I didn't get that from his 2 lines of dialogue. My favorite is after saying I really like these 2 together, those kinds of people come in and start talking about how their ship is so much better, and I'm just like, yes! Oh my god. Or, like, I've had this happen a couple of times where I've said, like, oh, like, okay, like, for 3 houses, I really like Dimitri and Dedue, and every single time I say I ship Dimitri and Dedue, someone always has to come in and be like, well, I really see them as more like brothers or like really good friends. It's like, good for you! I'm glad. That's not what I was talking about. I think people should have to only love one person if they don't want to, yeah. I'm all for people doing whatever they want, whatever's best for them. I wouldn't necessarily want to be involved in all that, but you know. I guess they were really good roommates. How am I gonna do this? I wound up giving her a very round face. My least favorite, and this is like something I encounter a lot in the Fire Emblem community, is when I say I like a ship, and somebody always comes in to be like, didn't you know that that character's straight? It's like, wow, what a spoil sport. I always pick, like, the dumbest reasons, too. Where it's like, you'll be like, I ship Dimitri and Dedue, and someone will be like, don't you know Dimitri is straight? He has a son in his specific ending with Gilbert. In, like, one specific Gilbert ending, it mentions that Dimitri had a son, so he's obviously straight. And it's like, you know, gay people have kids too, right? Like, it's possible. Like, even without the magical mpreg, you know? Adoption, surrogacy, concubines. Like, there's a million ways a gay couple could have a kid. So, like, shut the fuck up, maybe? Not to get all salty on Maine or anything, but, like... It's okay to just be like, I don't like that ship. Like, I don't care if you don't like it. Let's see how much about that. That's probably fine, honestly. Concubines feels like it came out of nowhere. I mean, like, in the context of Dimitri and Dedue, concubines really aren't that weird in the world of Three Houses, so, like, it's not really that out there that, I don't know, like, you would have, like, the king would have, a blood heir with a concubine or something, but then, like, his real relationship is with a man. I never got the romantic love vibe from Dimitri and Dedue. Well, I can opine if you would like. Their whole scene in Crimson Flower, where they're like, if you kill Dedue before he turns himself into a demonic beast, and they get that death scene together where they talk about how they, like, gave each other's life meaning and shit. Oh, so good. In Hopes, they also added, like, Dedue being like, I couldn't live without you. If you told me to go and live my life without you, I could never be happy. Like, come on. I think they're very cute. Let's see. There, and then the eyes, face. I mean, you can read their relationship however you want. It's just, I think it was really romantic. Neither of us are gay, to be honest. There's like, have it, like, I don't know how to explain this. It's like the intensity of it for me, where it's not just like, oh, you know, I care about you a lot. It's like, if you died tomorrow, I would never be able to live my life without you. And then they're also buried together, which is pretty gay. You know, traditionally, in their ending, they're buried together. Traditionally, kings aren't usually buried with their best buds. They're usually buried with, like, their wives or their concubines or, like, their possessions or whatever. So, like, kinda significant that they're buried together. Kinda says a lot about the kind of relationship that they had. Like, if you're important enough to somebody to be buried next to them, like, feels a little bit beyond friendship for me personally. But anyways, I don't care how people do their relationship. I just get annoyed when people are like, okay, but actually, did you know that I think they're brothers? It's like, congrats. Very happy for you. I said that to my best friend, to be honest, but the burial stuff is true, I guess. Well, if you were a fictional character, I might interpret your friendship as romantic, but since you're a real human being, I'll take your word for it that it's not. That's the other thing, too, though, is, like, they're not real people, they're fictional characters, so they're written this way. It's not like they have, like, interior lives outside of what we see them saying to each other like you do with your friend. Whereas, like, maybe you guys are just, like, super chill with that kind of language and you both understand that it's not really meant to be romantic, but you just, like, care a lot about each other really strongly. The amount of people who tell me Misha is straight is kind of annoying. What would give the indication that Misha is straight? I mean, like, I don't know if there's a ton of indication that she's gay, but, like, she doesn't really have a lot to work with. Either way, so, like, I don't know if you could definitively say that she's straight. Now the stream evolves into me struggling to draw a circle. You know, what if I just did the smart people thing? and I lasso tooled this. And then I just copied it onto a new layer. And then I just moved it so I could have 2 circles of exactly the same size. Okay. Another, like a little nose for her. Got kind of a cute little that. Something not right about this. These eyebrows. Okay, it looks a lot. I like it more with the eyebrows. I'd really prefer not to have to redraw anything at this stage. I'll just like drop a little color in so we can all see how it's gonna look. What color are her eyes? What? Green? They're green, really? Interesting. Her and Misha can have very beautiful green-eyed little babies. I assume Misha's eyes are green, actually. I don't remember now. I'm pretty sure they are. I literally drew her like 2 streams ago. Alright, that's how she'll look with color, kind of, I guess. So, yeah, that's... I'll clean it up. I'll clean it up off stream. Whenever I do this, they always wind up looking kind of like Sonic the Hedgehog-y when I'm like done with them. Because I just put like a little bit of like the skin shade around their mouth. Which really gives Sonic the Hedgehog to me. Alright, well that's a little bit better. Anyways. Good talk, everybody. I do believe that's gonna do it for us today, though. So... Oh yeah, Misha and Amalda, actually. You have to get them on the same route. Fascinating. Anyways, that's gonna do it for us today, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back next Saturday around 3 p.m. Eastern Time with more Thracia 776. So go ahead and follow if you're not already following and you want to be alerted to the next time I go live. And other than that, I'll see you next time. Peace.